In today's video, 3 simple ways to get your own PD, plus a bonus. Hello coaches, and welcome back to another episode of 5 Minute Friday from Eduro Learning. My name is Kim, and today I'm here to talk about 3 simple ways to get your own PD. Now I have to warn you, these are simple ways, but they do require some time and investment from you. And you're probably going to see or hear some familiar things, but I'm going to add some extra type A touches because that's me, I'm totally type A. So here we go. My first tip for a simple way to get your own PD is to use a social media tool like Twitter or Instagram or Facebook. I'm going to use Twitter as an example because I think it's probably the most focused and directed tool that you can use, but whatever works for you is totally fine. When you're using Twitter to get your own PD, there's a couple strategies you can use to make sure you find exactly what you want and you get it kind of delivered to you exactly when you want it. The first one is to use hashtags to find focused or specific topics just for you, like hashtag COACHBETTER, the one we use for this channel. I'll link some lists in the description box below so you can see some more. Once you find a hashtag that you like where there's some good resources coming through, you can follow specific users who contribute in that hashtag. And then you can look at their profile accounts to check out who they follow and they interact with and follow them. Now here's the type A part. Twitter actually allows you to create lists. So you can create lists for different areas that you want to learn about. Let's say you want to learn about coaching. You can create a list of other coaches you want to follow so you see just the updates from those coaches in a list on your Twitter feed. You can also follow the list that they have. For example, I have a list of all the Coach Microcredential participants. I also have a list of all our COACHBETTER guests. So you can follow both of those lists and find all coaches that are contributing and sharing and talking about coaching and coaching better. And then of course we have a coattail list of all our coattailers. So you can follow the list that I've created or that other people have created to get streamlined content directly from the type of people you want to learn from. And then of course you can create your own list. Let's say you follow our COACHBETTER list with all of our guests and you find that there are, let's say 10 guests on there that you really are learning a lot from. Well, you can create your own list with just those 10 people and only see their tweets all right in a row. So when you're ready to get some PD, you just go straight to that list and you see what they're sharing. So it's just in time learning, just for you, making use of some type A strategies within what Twitter has to offer. All right. The second idea is to bring content to you. This used to be my RSS tip, and it used to be Google Reader. And now that Google Reader is gone, the options are not quite as great. Personally, I like Flipboard, and I'm going to give you some type A strategies to use with Flipboard, but whatever kind of RSS style tool that works for you would be just fine. What I like in Flipboard is that you can follow specific topics, very similar to hashtags, but they're called magazines in Flipboard. You can follow magazines curated by others. So you can find magazines that I created, for example. Like I have one called COACHBETTER. You might want to follow that magazine. Every time I find a relevant coaching article, I post it in that magazine. So you can follow someone else's curated magazine and be notified every time they add something new. You can also create your own magazine. And the really cool thing about that is you can share that magazine with someone else so that you can both be contributing to the same magazine. There's lots of great ways you can use this in the classroom, but you can definitely use it for professional growth because you can share with a teaching colleague that maybe you're learning about the same concept together. Create a Flipboard magazine, follow that hashtag, and start pulling in content into that one magazine. So when you have some time in PD day or however that might work for you, you can actually review all that content you found. If you decide to create your own magazine and curate your own content there are super easy phone apps and Chrome plugins to allow you to add content to your magazine from wherever you are. So for example, I might be on my phone, see a great article, know that I want to save it, and I can use the iPhone app to add it to my magazine. Or I could be on my computer and do exactly the same thing with the Chrome plugin. It makes it easy to have just one place where I store all that great content that I come across. So basically what you end up with is an up-to-date textbook that is dynamic and ever-changing that you curate based on what you find either through that Twitter list that you're curating or other magazines that you're reading that are curated by other people. All right, our third strategy is kind of a no-brainer, but the idea is to take an online course. And when you take an online course, you want to think about the qualities of that course and how it's going to be relevant and practical for you. So the kinds of online courses that I think are really useful are the kind that are super practical and actionable, that have tasks that will put your learning into practice immediately. I like online courses that have a community environment, those where I can talk to other people and see that other people are interacting and learning together, and I can make connections to those people over time so that I can stay connected with them once the course ends. I also like courses that have lots of resources that I can go back to later and review. I tend to kind of take all the resources from an online course that I take and store them in my own folder, either on my computer or in Google Drive, so I can go back to them. This is super type A, I even usually keep a Google Doc for any online course that I take and link and document in all the things that I learned each week so that I know exactly where to find all the pieces that I want from that course. I think it's also really important to take a course from somebody you know and trust, and somebody you know is going to have the kind of content that you're looking for. Someone who's willing to kind of hear back your feedback and be able to support you if the course isn't going exactly the way you thought it might, might be able to customize things for you so that you don't feel like you paid for something and you're not actually getting what you want. I also like the idea when courses kind of lead up to something. So maybe you take one and you realize, oh, I really like this. I like this format. I'd like to build it into something bigger. This is a little bit of a cheeky sell here, but all of these features are available in all of the online courses that we have to offer at Eduro. So if you're looking for a course to help you coach better, please check out our edurolearning.com/coachbetter page, because we have got tons, 17 actually, individual courses that you might like that kind of fill all of those expectations that I shared a moment ago. All right, I know I said I was going to give you 3 tips, but I actually have one bonus. And you're already doing this, so that's why it's not included in the 3 tips, but it's YouTube. I think YouTube is a great, simple way to get your own PD. And my type A twist on that is that you can create playlists of videos that you think are relevant. So you can organize content based on topics, for example, a topic of coaching, and add videos into a playlist called Coaching, or Coach Better if you want to use our hashtag, and then actually watch those playlists in order, or put them in whatever order that you want, so that you're getting your own professional development online course created from free content. And we have put out a ton of free coaching content, so you could take all of those and put them into a playlist in the order that you want and watch them in the way that works for you. You can also, of course, follow and use playlists created by others. So you can follow our Coach Better playlist, you can follow our 5 Minute Friday playlist, and then be notified when a new video comes out, and you can either watch it as soon as it comes out or after you've accumulated a few, when you have some time to watch a few videos. So those are 3 simple ways, plus a bonus, that you can get your own PD. If you've tried any of these, let me know, because I'd love to hear how they work for you. And if you have other strategies for getting your own PD that's kind of simple and easy to do, let me know, because I'd love to be able to support everybody who wants to get their own PD and share here in this space. Thank you so much for watching today. If you enjoyed any part of this video, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps us know what we should focus on. If you want to see more great coaching tips and strategies in under 5 minutes, subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the notifications bell to find out every time we release a new episode. If you're looking for even more coaching resources, head over to edurolearning.com/coachbetter to explore over 20 online courses designed by coaches for coaches. And catch us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Eduro Learning to connect with us. See you next week for 5 Minute Friday.